Well, hello, Spyder Wayne here. And today I am going to do a little modification to my Royal Enfield here. It's probably going to be, hopefully, one of the easiest modifications I've ever done on a bike. I'm going to install an LED headlight bulb. Okay, so I've owned this Royal Enfield a little over a year now, and I have been considering upgrading to LEDs for this past several months. And I've been hesitant because the aftermarket LED options and the kits that come for this particular bike, they take away from the retro classic look, which is the main reason why I bought this bike. So one of the common complaints that I've been seeing on some videos is people think that especially these indicator lights, front and back, and the tail light are kind of ugly. You know, ugly is in the eye of the beholder. I actually think these look really good on this bike because, and I'll pop up a picture here, Royal Enfield nailed the retro classic look. You know, when you look at the bikes from 50 years ago, the bikes that I learned to ride on, this was the style. And so if I upgrade to the kits that are being offered, it would be a full headlight assembly. They look pretty good and they probably work great. There's much smaller and closer little LED lights front and back and a very small tail light, and it takes away from the look of the retro classic. The tools I'm going to need, I believe, is just this, a Phillips screwdriver. So there is a Phillips screw on the side here and one on this side here, and I believe there is one more inside to loosen up a metal spring clip. So other than that, I don't believe I need any more tools. So let's give it a go. Let's hope this goes as easy as it looks online. So there's a little washer and a screw. Now we'll do this side. And another screw and a washer. All right, we're going to put a microfiber cloth on the fender here so we don't scratch it. So now we just pull off the front of the housing here. I have never taken this off before. Okay, we'll unplug this light. Let it sit there. Bit of white dust in here. Interesting. So this rubber boot, this dust cover must come off. It's that. And there's a little metal clip in here. There's the Phillips screw, so we have to loosen this one right here. Just enough to squeeze it out, and it pops right out. Easy peasy. Now we take out the halogen bulb, just pops straight out. And in case I need to put it back in, there's two holes on the top of this one, or I guess it would be the bottom. That ends up lining up to the bottom if I ever want to put that back in. So the main reason why I bought this one, there's a couple of reasons. It's a true plug and play. There is one difference though. The bottom that's below the flange here is a little longer, which makes it more difficult to install in the Himalayan. But the top is just a smidgen shorter than the top of the halogen bulb with the point there. So it's going to fit. But the other main reason is one of the videos I watched. If you buy one of the other aftermarkets, and by the way, this is an H4 9003 LED, and this is an H4 halogen. So they're basically identical hookups. But if you buy one of the other ones that has the fan motor on the bottom, this one does not need that. It doesn't fit through this rubber boot. And so people were cutting the rubber out of the middle to make the hole bigger. I didn't want to have to do that in case I decide to go back to the halogen bulb, or in case this doesn't work. So this is just a pure plug and play. There's no modification needed. So we shall install it and hook it up. I'm not going to plug it in yet. I've got to put the clip back on. Put it underneath. And those just slide under there. Or do I have it backwards? No, I had it right. I got to tighten down the Phillips screw first before I can clip the other side in. Yeah, so the trick is just to remember which way is right side up and upside down for that clip. It's in there correctly now. Now we put the boot on. There we go. That's snug getting it on there, but it goes on. All right. We shall plug it in, and hopefully it's the right side up and the right side down. There we go. There. We'll test it out before we put the screws in. All right. Low beam, high beam. It's working. Cool. All right, we'll put the screws back in. It's one side done. There we go. All right. So getting the rubber boot back on is a little snug, but it does fit if you work at it. And just make sure you get these screws lined up. Okay, so now I'm going to turn out the lights and just test them on my garage door. And I did one earlier with the halogen bulb before I took it out. And if it works out, I'll put them side by side in editing. See how it looks. That's low beam. That's high beam. It's low beam. That's high beam. It is a lot whiter. So like I said, that was a fairly easy job. It was a little tricky, but we got her done. So Merry Christmas to everybody. By the time you see this, I hope you had a wonderful Christmas. If I happen to get it posted before Christmas, I hope you have a wonderful Christmas.